Alright folks, welcome to another beer review. Just felled the absolute shit out of a chimney and thought I'd treat myself to a beer. And no, don't adjust your screens. This isn't Fred Dibner. This is the clueless drinker who thought it'd be a good idea to see if he could pull off dungarees as a fashion item. Which would have been okay, doesn't look too bad here to be honest. But when you look at the flares on that, now, don't get me wrong, I know dungarees aren't exactly supposed to be skinny fit, but you could fit two fucking legs in there. And I look like I'm a goth who's very handy with his fists, even though I've never worked a hard day in his life. And there goes a copyright strike. So yeah, just having a bit of a whinge on Instagram, not gonna lie, but it would have ended up like this anyway. I'm 32 years old, obese. Why the fuck would I think it's a good idea to buy dungarees? They are comfy as fuck though. And I suppose I could taper the legs in a bit. Plus it'd be good for those rare occasions when I actually do physical work. But yes, this is take 2 of my review. Hence why I'm in the middle of having a cigarette. Although it's for artistic effect. I don't have a neckerchief or a bob cap, so I haven't gone for that full effect yet, but they are really comfy. Although I think I got a size too big, because I'm usually an XL, and I should have thought, but hey ho, 20 quid off Amazon, I'm not going to complain. And if I get my self-confidence back, I can always invest in a pair of like Dickies or Carhartt dungarees. I also kind of look like a brewer, so that's always a plus. Got me a Cloudwater t-shirt on because I've got an announcement. I'm a Cloudwater's new head brewer. Like that would ever happen. Like anyone would trust me to be involved in the brewing process of a beer. Anyway, I digress. Today we're going over to Polly's out of Wales, and we're having a look at the Deep Fake Triple IPA, clocking in a 10% ABV, brewed solely with Simcoe, and the yeast is London Ale free, and it's suitable for vegans, which is always good. Picked this up from Bottles and Books out of Bristol. Picked up a can of their Best Bitter on the same order, and unfortunately that was oxidised to fuck, which, no, those things happen. It's very rarely I get a can of beer or a bottle of beer that's infected or oxidised, so it's not going to change my opinion of Polly's, because they brewed some absolutely wonderful beers, even though you hardly see any of their beers on the channel. So I thought I'd come into the garden, since it's nice, beautiful weather, not too warm, because that's what us fat people love, heat. Anyway, so beer's poured in the glass already. Lighting's a little bit darker in here. Can't even get good lighting outside. Excuse me. But it's a beautiful looking beer. It just looks dark. But yeah, hazy as fuck, as you would expect. It's got sort of like an orange juice look to it, with maybe some pineapple juice mixed in. Head disappeared pretty quickly. There was about a finger's worth when I first poured it. I haven't sniffed it, I haven't tasted it yet, so we'll see how it goes. So it looks as you would expect, so let's give it a sniff. And the fucking shouting here. But I always feel guilty when I kick off, because they're just having fun. Rule of 6 has come into play again, and you know, it's a beautiful day. Why not have a bit of fun with your family in the garden? Who am I to judge? I'm just a fucking man wearing overalls and he doesn't even have a job that dictates you wear overalls. Do you know what I mean? Who am I to judge anyone, really, at the end of the day? Let's give it a sniff before I get distracted again. It smells absolutely wonderful. It's got a really nice vibrancy to it. A little bit of a tanginess. Like a slightly tart pineapple. Big grapefruit. Bitter orange. Doesn't have that cat litter sort of aroma that sometimes Simcoe can have. And it does have sometimes, because I've smelt it. It smells good though. It smells so appetizing and inviting. And on a day like this, what more could that ask for? A tarding. What a beer it looks like. And I don't know any sort of slang for regional words. And why are you banging, you fucking knobhead? It's been quiet all day, and as soon as I decide to sit outside, shoot a beer review, all we need is a fucking knobhead on a scooter to drive by. Classic Skem. Ambience. Beautiful bird song now. It's always good. Oh yeah. It's got like a tart yet dank edge to it. Even has a sort of like sweatiness about it as well. And it's not me for a change. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, folks. Oh, that's good. Soft, pillowy mouthfeel. Nice bitterness on the back end. Almost clawing bitterness. Doesn't shy away from it. A subtle sherbetiness to it. Almost like tangy jelly sweets. Almost getting like a green starburst as well. Just the right amount of sweetness. Not too much, not too little. A little bit of the melon pineapple sort of flavour. But I like that tanginess, almost like a slight gooseberry element to it as well. A little bit dank also. That's really good. The body's beautiful on that. It really, really is. So let's put it there. At least I can have some sort of like a professional display going on. And it's not just me sat on my bedroom floor with tote bags stuck on a fucking wall. Yeah, I'm feeling rather nihilistic today. So excuse me. Anyway, I'll tell you what, I'd be so good as acting as like a moany teenager. Anyway, beer in the glass is beautiful. Beer in the glass is beautiful. What fucking sentence is that? It tastes gorgeous. A little bit of alcohol warmth on the back end building up now as I'm talking, as it's settling. But I'll tell you what, it's a damn tasty triple IPA. And yeah, the triple IPA I had recently was the Salt triple IPA that they did for the Indie Man Beer Con, which was more of a virtual affair because, you know, they couldn't hold the festival. And that was had sort of like, you know, West Coast triple IPAs, you get a bit more of that alcohol flavour and a bit more of like a pungent, in-your-face bitterness. So it's interesting to taste these side by side. And if you like Simcoe hops, then I think you're going to really enjoy this one, actually. It's just a well-brewed triple IPA. And not just like we've got a high ABV beer. Let's throw so many hops to it. The fact that it's just a single hop triple IPA is really interesting, actually. Yeah, dead interesting beer. Anyway, so yeah, lovely stuff. Definitely 2021. Still going to be the year of triple IPAs, even though I'm trying to make a conscientious effort to buy a little less hazy pale ales, IPAs and double IPAs and triple IPAs. Just because I feel that the channel is just dictated by those styles of beer. But yeah, this is lovely. Highly recommended if you can come across it. I think I paid £8 for it, which is pretty much sort of like going rate for a triple IPA nowadays. And yeah, lovely stuff indeed. And another cracking beer from Polly's Brew Co. But we all knew that already. And even though I had a very, very oxidised attempt at a bitter yesterday, but as I said, these things happen. So yeah, definitely worth a try. If you've not tried it already, if you have, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. What's some of your favourite triple IPAs? I know there's a little bit of burnout within my group of friends when it comes to triple IPAs, and some interesting discussions. But yeah, this is a good example of the style, or more like the East Coast style of a triple IPA. It's not hitting the high notes of some of the American big boys out there. If any American big boys want to come visit sunny old Skelmersdale, just let me know. Please don't. And yeah, go check out Polly's, check out their socials, their web shop, and of course go check out Bottles of Books as well for some fantastic beers. Anyway, cheers for watching this. I think you might have witnessed a minor mental breakdown during this video. But it's all for the comedic effect. If you can't take the piss out of yourself, what can you do? You'll just be living a life of despair and misery, which is something that we don't need now, especially since we can actually meet 5 of our friends, which is always good. And then in a couple of weeks' time, the bars and pubs will open. It'll probably be a little less, or it might have already opened by the time I upload this. But yeah, safe to say, lovely beer. You all take care, you all stay safe, and yeah, got a nice few months coming up if the weather stays like this. And you never know, you might see me with some other... Hey, that chimney needs to come down. It needs to come down, it's dangerous. It's a terrible impression of Fred Dibner, but hey ho, it is what it is. I am a fucking prick. See you guys later.